Here are I'll say about three things that I regret taking 1 year off of work. And I am a nurse. I've been a nurse. My name is Azure, by the way, if you're new here. I've been a nurse for, oh my God, 16 years? Since 2009, and today is September 1st, 2025. And this is my third sabbatical or extended time off of work. So I've been off of work officially August 31st, 2025, marked 1 year that I've been off of work, and I've taken a few sabbaticals. This is the longest one I've ever taken, but here are some things that I regret just while I'm celebrating my 1 year sabbatical anniversary, okay? So the first thing that I regret is not programming my nervous system and my consciousness, my mind, for abundance, for safety of being off of work and not having a consistent paycheck, okay? And the reason why I regret this is because we're taught that our safety, our security, our survival depends on money coming in from a stable source, right? And if you don't have a stable source of income coming in, that you're not safe. Because of that, as I had saved up a amount of money, as I started to see the savings deplete, I was so scared, and my nervous system was so dysregulated. I was constantly in this survival scared state, even though, because I'm someone I'm also a spiritualist, right? And I logically understand that Goddess, source, universe, creator is abundant, is prosperous, does give me everything that I need. I knew that logically, right? Like I know that I'm supposed to be provided for. But then my survival, my scarcity, my lack that I was programmed to, right? It would kick in. It would override my logic, because your nervous system is so scared that you're not going to be provided for. So I would have done that work before I started my sabbatical, because then every day of the sabbatical, honestly up until like 2 months ago, which marks my 10th and 11th month, I didn't even realize this was as big as a problem as it was literally until 10 or 11 months into my sabbatical. So I've been doing some healing around survival, scarcity, nervous system dysregulation. So I would have definitely done that inner work first. So number two, I never would have started a new business starting my sabbatical. Never would have done it. Never would have invested in new products. I'm also a life coach, a spiritual life coach, and I've been doing that off and on for the past 8 years. I've had clients here and there, and then I would do some readings, like tarot readings or just clairvoyant, clear-seeing readings, and had training on that. But I started, since I was on sabbatical, I was like, oh yeah, going back to number one, I was like, oh, I want to have like more money, because I was scared of not having enough. And so I started a new business, which honestly was ill-advised by my astrologer, because Saturn, the planet of discipline, business, was right. Sorry, my storage, oh my God. So I keep having to delete storage. But Saturn was retrograde, right? And when planets are retrograde, they are resting. I was supposed to be resting on sabbatical. I wasn't supposed to be starting a new business. I was supposed to be healing from burnout. But what I wasn't registering was, just because I wasn't clocking into a job, making content 6 days a week, working on Etsy stuff. I was working with assistants trying to put all the websites and everything together, because before I was working, and so I had them helping me that way. Everything would be great for a sabbatical, but I never would have done that. And I invested so much money into the business, that should have been going to me. It should have been going to me traveling more. I was in Mexico a majority of the time in sabbatical. But I should have been being able to explore. I should have been getting more massages. I should have been pouring that money into me, not a business. Okay, so I never would have done that. But again, it's just the scarcity and the survival that was the driver for that. The third and final thing I would have done is had more fun. I was supposed to allow joy, pleasure, play to be my GPS. The more you play, and I'm just figuring this out a year in, the more you play, the more aligned you are to your highest self, to your child self, which is your divine, is part of your divinity, right? Before you were programmed in this world. I should have been having more fun and spent less time worrying, more time healing and having fun. But it was so much fear, so much worry. And I finally can say that I feel like I've healed maybe 60 to 70% of that wounding, of not playing, of not resting. And honestly, I've gotten dreams, visions, downloads from my ancestors, because I'm healing lineages of women who have been proving their worth through production, through work, and burning themselves out, causing them to break down, to die because of overwork and overwhelm, and pleasing a system who doesn't feel safe without them working, right? It's like where the rhetoric has been, you are lazy, you have to prove something via your work, via your sacrifice of your body, your mind, your soul, your time, right? So that's number 3. Okay. So those are everything that I regret, and although it has added to my experience, I'm so grateful for this time. I'm so grateful that I've been able to learn, and I'll speak more about this. Post below your questions, and if you want to learn more about me and actually have a basic astrology course for $9.99, click the link below. And again, let me know if you have any questions about taking a sabbatical. I would love to give you more information about mindset shifts and everything that all the spiritual transitions and transformations. Okay, thanks so much for watching.